Hey guys, this is Luthais. Did you enjoy that as much as me? Uh, Looks fantastic, and I must tell you guys, playing it is even more fantastic. This is the new brute that's got the armor on him, and yes, takes quite a few more bullets, but if you hit him in the right places, you can still save a bit of ammo. And this is the new bunker at Brightmoor, guys. Absolutely fantastic work. I've already congratulated the developers, and yes, I'm very proud of them. And they have upped the PvE element of this game and the threat level of Miscreated tremendously. Not only do we have a lot more AI in every area, including bears, wolves, mutants, they even spawn randomly now. Not just the hordes, okay? The hordes are still a very, very big threat. But as you're running around in the world, they just spawn randomly on you. And this bunker is closed off. It's got a few little exits. But yes, guys, trying to take your time here and sneaking past the mutants is not a good idea. In my opinion, you have to check the area out for about 5 minutes, just make sure everything is clear, and then you have to move your ass. And a great tip for you will be, make sure to have a vehicle and have all the parts for a generator inside the vehicle, because at every bunker, both new bunkers have got generators which you need to activate to get inside. As you will see now, the main door has got the activation pad, but to get that activation pad green, you have to put all the parts in the generator that the generator needs at the back of you, and then you can open the door. But think about this, guys. There's a heck of a lot of loot outside, but you literally have a one-way passage into this bunker and out of this bunker. So not only did they make the PvE element way more of a threat, your chances for survival with the PvE and the PvP aspect of this game, especially when you go to one of these bunkers, has gotten a major upgrade. Okay, when this door closed behind me, I was ready to die, because there are so many angles at which a person can kill me. There's so many dark areas, so many places where they can just wait for me in third person. And there's a lot of clutter, like there should be in a post-apocalyptic bunker. So yes, and of course the constant threat of mutants, but I mean, you can stealth a mutant very easily, so don't always think if you see a mutant it's safe. I've sneaked past many mutants. And then of course this is another new thing in the game, the Iron Sun's crates. They do have great items inside them, like ammo boxes that you can find, and new weapons like the C8 that I found inside this crate here, which I will show you shortly. But most of the time they're gonna have standard items in them, like Wasteland, like Wasteland or a bow, or just, nothing special. But I think about 20-30% of the time it's going to give you something special, like the C8 or various other unique items. Now, one thing I'd like to ask you guys, I'm going to make an in-depth video of the bunkers as well as the survival element of the game, because there's a lot of things to cover which I need to tell you guys about. And the entire map is open, and you've got no idea what difference that makes. I mean, there are tons of areas for you to cook meat in a microwave, on a fire, on a self-made fire, on a stove. But there are a lot of places for you to build a little base. Okay, so the map isn't that small anymore, guys, and you won't believe how much more exploration there is with just the two parts that have opened up. This is the other side of Orchid Dam, and yes, as you guys know me, I just love exploring every single inch of it, seeing if I could find a hidden cave or something, which of course I didn't, but it was still a very nice experience, seeing all the different routes I can take to Orchid Dam. So yes, a lot of extra options opening up to us, and what I'm going to be showing you now is the new bunker. This is part of the survival element of the game. You get water pumps, which you can pump out clean water, and you can also fill your water canisters with the water from the pump. And yes, if you don't want to carry a Survivatron on you all the time, or check everything if it's alright, then of course you can inspect every food item or drinking item to see if it smells funny. But what I basically do is I just stock up on healing mushrooms and anti-rad mushrooms, and I get eating. But if you want to do it the safe way, just harvest food for yourself. There you can see a generator by the little you can see the generator there on the right hand side, guys, and this is the end zone. Of course, the whole map is open, and in my opinion, this bunker is the most dangerous area on Orca Island at this moment. Of course, again, one way in, and you have to build up the generator. Now, guys, except for all the camping spots all over there, you can see it's very open. And if you don't get the parts for the generator, you've got the big scrapyard, down the mountain, which you can go and get the parts if you want to. I don't suggest logging in, logging out, because a lot of mutants spawn at that generator, and you're going to waste a lot of ammo, and you're going to attract a lot of attention. So yes, logging in and out is not a good idea. Okay, of course we've got a lot of new weather effects. The acid rain doesn't do much damage at the moment. It doesn't really pose any major threat, which is probably a positive thing for most players out there. But I think the developers are going to take info from different people, and try and tweak it until everyone's happy, because I know in the past people have been crying about the damage of the radiation storms and stuff like that. And of course, in later videos I will be showing you the blizzard storm as well, and then playing around a bit with the temperature system. As you can see here, there were a few times where I almost died, guys, and between my account and my son's account, I've probably got about 1,500 hours plus on Miscreated, and this is the first time I've had a threat, mostly from the PvE aspect of the game. The most adrenaline effect that I had in Miscreated was the PvP side of it, but I never really stressed about the PvE side. But for the first time, yes, I'm feeling the pressure. They've got a new radiation zone close to the bunker as well, and then it's very big. So yes, at one point you might think you're running out of the zone, but you're not out of the zone yet. And then you might think, oh, this is, I can only loot here, but there are a few locations that you can loot in the radiation zone, and it's very big. Okay, so please make sure you've got enough potassium and enough anti-rad mushrooms or tablets, okay, for you to survive. I came down to this area because I struggled to find a jerry can. So yes, I needed to come down here to get a jerry can. I couldn't just log in and log out every time, because I was going to waste more than 120 80 ammo, and of course M40. And as you can see, these are the mutants that you get when you enter the new bunker zone. And yes, I needed to use the suppressor because I didn't really want a mutant horde to spawn on me. I've dealt with that before, and that was a really, really big problem. So yes, that's why I'm saying they protect the generator, and you don't want to go and sit somewhere and log in and log out and log back in. If you're really sneaky on a full server, just go up the tower. you know, and wait for someone to get all the parts for you and just snipe him from the tower. Okay, that will also work. But as you can see, I had to kill the brute, and then, to my surprise, even a spider mutant, guys. This location definitely has the most different kinds of mutants in it, and a constant threat, and a major waste of ammunition. So what you must realize is I was playing in the morning hours when there was as little people on the server as possible, and I thought to myself, even if just one or two guys come here, you know, and they can notice me going in, I've got the door that I have to get through, which they can clearly camp and put traps by, and I've got this ladder hatch, okay, that I have to go into. And then, of course, I've got the elevator as well. Only one way down, and of course, you can get up again in various ways, but you have to activate certain pads to open these doors that are closed at the moment. So you can see level 4 and level 3 and level 2 is closed at the moment. So you'll get pads that can open them up, but then of course there are various doors inside with pads which I haven't figured out how to open up yet. I don't know if there are more pads. I don't know if there is another generator, but unfortunately I couldn't survive in here alone, guys. And yes, you might think that's pathetic, but if you want to come into this bunker, I suggest you having a headlamp or something, okay? Because the amount of ammo that you're going to be using in this place is ridiculous. So if you've got a team, it's fine. But yes, alone, between the first bunker and the second bunker, I used up about 120 AT rounds and about 20 M40 rounds. Okay, and soon, as you will see, I'm going to be running out of ammunition because I don't know where the mutants are coming from, and they're spawning in different locations. Here you can see the touchpad to open up one of the doors that I showed you at the elevator. So yes, in a later episode, we're going to be going to in-depth on the bunkers, and of course in-depth on the survival element of the game, to make it a bit easier for you guys regarding the food, you know, and the various threats that there are. And then yes, guys, it was just a constant army that was attacking me all the time. Of course there's a horde outside. I didn't think I had to worry about the horde, but yes, the mutants just kept coming. Okay, so for a solo player, for you Rambo fans out there, and for you, you know, you guys that think you can kill everything, I invite you, come to this bunker on a full server and see how long you can survive. Here I almost got a heart attack. They're around every corner, and yes, you don't see them coming. And of course I was already out of ammo, so I didn't know if I was going to survive, and there are a lot of dead ends, so it's very easy to get confused inside here, you know, and get a bit lost. And damn was I looking for the exit. Okay, I didn't want to lose the ghillie suit or anything, but I mean, I knew even if I get a even if I do get outside and anyone's waiting for me, I'm probably going to be dead. So after a while, I just needed to use some stealth tactics. And yes, unfortunately, you're not going to have this patience on a full server, guys. You know, you're not going to be able to. It will be good to use stealth in case somebody comes in. But the bad thing is, once they see you go in, guys, you know, they know you're not coming out. So for you scaredy cats out there, you probably have to log out. Okay, I know you guys logged out with the storms, and I mean that made them nerve the storms. But yes, with all my experience, I have come to a place where I have to eat seaweed to survive. Now, of course, seaweed and apples are a very good backup plan for when your food and your water gets low. Especially seaweed, guys, and especially in the new area of the map. And this is just an example of mutants spawning randomly. As you guys can see, he's running from the beach. He couldn't spawn in the sea, okay? And here again, a mutant just spawns on me, and I've got a bear as a threat. So yes, guys, that's the main thing I want to point out to you. I'm very impressed with the work the developers have done. Nothing's perfect, but as you can see, the bridge has got a nice kind of effect to it, and it tells you a story of the whole town trying to get out of here and not really making it. You know, maybe the vehicles became too heavy for the bridge. I don't know. Maybe the bridge blew up. And then this is a lot of fun to me. You can make suppressors from a Yoster can and a piece of scrap metal, which is very, very easy to make. And I thought to myself, shit, this is OP. It looks great, you know, and it's cheap. Until I fired the second shot, and I saw the silencer blow up. So yes, it is very cheap, and it is very easy to make. But you can, yes, you can use it for 1 or 2 shots. Now that might sound, you know, a bit useless to you guys, but remember, with 1 or 2 silent shots, you can put it on rifles as well. You can kill a person easily with a headshot and not be detected. And of course, if there are mutants in your way and you don't want to be detected, using a suppressor for about 4 shots, if you make 2 of these suppressors, can be the difference between life and death. This the new, not the new, it's the, I haven't seen the long barrel crafted 5.56 gun, but it can't have the suppressor on. And yes, guys, there's a lot of new places to explore. This is a new checkpoint, and further down the road there's a hospital, which I will show you in the next episode. But yes, I absolutely love it. I really know you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this, and for you hardcore fans, you know, you've got a job to do, guys. Your work is cut out for you. I struggled with just the PvE element of this game. With the new showers, you can get rid of radiation, but personally, I think if I had to be on a full server and I had to go through all of this, I would probably be dead. And yes, you can use the Survivatron to scan food for radiation, but like I say, in the next episode I'll be making an in-depth survival guide just to show you guys the basics of everything. And yes, I got a big dog that sounds fantastic, but I'm not going to make this too long, guys, so please leave a like, hit that bell button for future videos, and please support the developers with the DLC. Okay, the game is extremely cheap, and the DLC is extremely cheap, and you're going to get a lot of skins and extra stuff. So, as always, have fun. Love you guys. And yes, see you later.